Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Kim Barefoot in the Kitchen. This is my fake cooking show where we cook really good food for really good people in my really small kitchen, and my name is Kim. Today we're going to make cornbread. I'm making gluten-free cornbread. You can make full gluten cornbread if that's what you want to do, and this recipe can be done vegan or not. This is a very adaptable recipe, and it's a recipe that I make for my friends and they request it often. And this cornbread is amazing in the morning with your first cup of coffee to greet the day. Oh man, nothing better than that. Except if you've got somebody to share that experience with, then that will be even better. But this bread is truly really good. It's very good, obviously with chili, but you can serve it with soup or just by itself. It's delicious. I'll run down the list of ingredients and then you can go and gather your ingredients, come back, and we'll bake together, and I'm super excited about that. Okay, I'll run down the list of ingredients for you now. You need 1 cup of gluten-free flour or regular flour, and you need 1 cup of cornmeal. And cornmeal is a little bit gritty, right? It's not corn flour, it's not that really fine stuff, it's the gritty cornmeal. There we go. 1/4 cup of granulated sugar or sugar substitute, whatever you want to do for that. 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon salt. I am also adding 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar. If you don't have cream of tartar, it's not a deal breaker. That's fine, you can cook without it. 2 eggs at room temperature, and it's important that they are at room temperature because otherwise they will make the oil that is in the recipe all glob together, and it will affect the texture of your cornbread. So just go ahead and pop them in some warm water, bring them up to room temperature. Doesn't take long, a minute or 2 and you're fine. 1 cup of dairy-free milk or regular milk, depending on your dietary needs. And to that milk, add 1 teaspoon of vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is fine, white vinegar, whatever kind of vinegar you have, that's great. And 1/4 cup oil, and this is oil of your choice. I'm using coconut oil today. Okay, I'll run down that list of ingredients for you one more time. 1 cup of gluten-free flour or regular flour, 1 cup of cornmeal, not corn flour, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 2 eggs at room temperature or egg substitute, that's fine. 1 cup of dairy-free milk or regular milk, to which you have added 1 teaspoon of vinegar, and 1/4 cup oil of choice. Make sure that it's melted. You can also use butter or a butter substitute. And I can hear somebody making some noise outside. I'm just going to close my door. Okay, go ahead and gather your ingredients and then come back and let's bake together. So go ahead and preheat your oven to 425 degrees, 220 Celsius, and grease a cake pan or like this square 9 by 9 by 2 inch baking pan, or 12 muffins. I usually almost always make cornbread itself, but this time I'm going to make corn muffins because they're easier to sort of portion out to people. So I encourage you to make this cornbread recipe. Make it for yourself, you'll love it, but also think about your friends, your acquaintances, busy families, anyone that's not feeling well, anybody that's been kind of down, and give them a phone call and say, I'm dropping off lunch or I'm dropping off supper for you. And whip up the cornbread, some soup, some chili, some stew, whatever. That doesn't take very long at all. And drop it off, and it just makes people's day. It just makes them so happy. Okay, so we are going to beat together the eggs, milk, and oil. So my milk, my plant milk is here. Add some eggs to that. And the oil. There we go. Give it a nice stir. Great. And we are going to add our flour to the cornmeal. meal. We're going to add the sugar. And here I've got my salt, baking powder, and cream of tartar. That's going in there. And we're just going to give that a little whisk together. Just kind of combine it together. And then these two are going to be combined, and it's ready to go in the oven. It's literally that easy. Love making cornbread. Okay, so your wet mixture in the bowl. There we go. And to that we're going to add our dry mixture. There we go. And we're just going to give it a stir now. And at first it doesn't seem very thick at all, but then I usually let it sit for about maybe 5 minutes at the most, and it thickens up nicely, and then it's ready to go in the pan. Okay. This is looking like there's no lumps anymore. You don't have to whip it or anything. Just make sure that it's just lump free. It's good. Great. Okay, and we are ready to go now. So if you're making cornbread, go ahead and pop it in your pan that is nicely greased. Beauty. Love it. Great. And to half of these corn muffins, I am going to add some blueberries on top. Blueberry corn muffin in the morning with a cup of coffee. Oh my goodness. And a sunrise. And if you've got somebody to share it with, life is good. Life is very, very good. I'm just noticing. And it really is simple things in life that make us so happy. Baking, cooking makes me happy. Sunrises. And baking for other people. I love to watch the look on their face as they bite into something that I've made. And then watch the happiness spread. That's just brings me a lot of happiness. And I love it when you guys make my recipes and you send me an email or you send me pictures, you get a hold of me on Instagram, I see you posting stuff and I'm like, oh yeah. Spread the love, spread the cheer. Because we're all in this together, right? Beautiful. Okay. And I do hope that if you make this, that you will send me a message in whatever form. You guys all have my contact info. If you haven't, if you feel you don't, then it's Kim's Fave Recipes at gmail.com. And it's always in, my contact info is always in the comment section. That looks perfect. And some blueberries to top off some of these. And we'll pop these in the oven. Okay, let's pop these in the oven. That's what mine look like. And we will come back and do a taste test together, okay? See you shortly. Okay, so how did you do? How did your muffins turn out, or your cornbread? I already had a friend of mine come over and have a taste, and she said that this was the best batch ever. So hopefully yours turned out well too. Now, let's just have, these are good, they're nice, they're a little bit crispy, a little bit crunchy on the outside. Nice blueberries, and then inside, wow, doesn't that look awesome? Yummy, yummy. Let's have a taste and see if they turned out, if they taste as good as they look. Wow. Very tasty. Wow, those are really, really good. They're not heavy. They're a little bit light and fluffy, but they're not the same consistency as a muffin at all, or a cupcake. These are really, really good. Just a teeny bit of sweet, but oh my goodness, what a lovely taste. These paired with coffee in the morning, perfect. Okay, there we have it. We did cornbread or corn muffins with blueberries, and they turned out absolutely amazing. Thank you very much for cooking with me today, and I hope that you have an absolutely fabulous day. Go ahead and make some of these for a friend and let them have an absolutely fabulous day too. Let's be a force for good, a source of love and sunshine for other people so that they have a great day too. This is Cam signing off for now, and I'll see you next time.